fucking got it, and it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good.
Oh my God.
Is this taboo?
Good evening, folks. You know what day it is. You know what time it is. It's time for Hard Talks with a Blonde and a Hippie. I'm your trippy hippie, Alicia, jumping on the mic from good old Utah, here with my co-host.
Your favorite blonde, Sarah.
Applause for Sarah.
I'm a badass bitch, thank you.
We just love you, Sarah. You know, the appropriate response would be like, oh my God, I love you too, girl.
Oh my God, I love you too, girl.
Thank you. That was so endearing. I really feel it.
I'm really into this yam, okay?
A yam?
My yam.
You're eating a yam.
Which I wish it was this week.
Is there going to be food at this baby shower? Thank you.
Well, yeah, hello, you can't have
Because-
food if I have a fucking night and not go.
Because I like... haven't eaten today.
Well, I think I'm eating my yam.
Your yam.
I wish it was sweet potato.
So we've been trying to record this episode for a minute. What to expect when you're expecting, because you're so close to the arrival of Miss May Hard Talks baby. And I'm like, Sarah, we need to get this done. Like, I have no doubt, like, the universe would want to play a joke on us and have her come early right before we could make it happen. So
Honestly.
I'm glad we're here.
Finally.
And you guys are all badass bitches, too.
Yes, we are.
Every single one of you listening. If you're listening right now, I want you to tell yourself you're fucking awesome and give yourself a high five. Because you are. And we appreciate you.
Give yourself a high five. That was a nice dramatic pause.
A long one.
We have a lot of those.
You know what you're listening to. It's an 18 and up podcast. We talk all things controversial, difficult, or taboo. Curse like sailors. Don't want to be.
Know.
Yeah, it's
That's
not my
bad.
fault.
No,
I'm
it's
not a
not.
bad influence.
No, I just... Well,
It's the raging pregnancy hormones.
oh my God.
You have a hormone monster, Sarah?
No,
No?
I feel pretty good.
Everyone has a hormone monster.
I mean, I think I cry a lot.
Haven't you seen Big Mouth?
No.
Oh, good. You need to go watch that with Chase.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. You're
I've
gonna
seen
die. You will die. I'm literally already dying for you. It
Like funny or
funny, and it makes you fucking blush like no other. It's like, oh my God, did that just come out of a cartoon character's mouth?
Well, yeah. Have you not seen Sasha's Party?
I feel like it's worse. It's definitely worse.
Oh God, worse.
Definitely, like in a good way. It's
Okay.
it's hilarious.
Well,
It's
it's funny because like I know the gist of it. Like they're all teenagers and
It's
they're
like-
going through like their weird.
as raunchy as
Hormones.
raunchy comedy gets.
Perfect.
If you feel me. And it's great. It's great. But anyway, 18 and up, because we talk about that. And
talking about some weird ass shit.
I don't want to be responsible for your children saying fuck or goddamn. So don't listen to us in the car with the kiddos.
Put their little headphones on. You're fine.
Yeah, I don't want to be responsible for them saying fuck or goddamn.
Because our kids will.
Yeah. Don't get mad at us. It's your fault.
I mean, hey.
Hey.
But you can't really get mad at the kid if they say in the right context.
And it's great.
You're
I mean, like
well,
you,
shit,
you gotta
said it right. I just I can't.
You gotta conceal a smile too. So I mean, maybe if you know that's your jam.
I mean, hey, you know.
But don't be an L7 weenie emailing into the show saying we curse too much.
An L7 weenie.
L7 weenie.
Did someone write in to the show said we curse too much?
Yeah. They were like, damn, you curse a lot to me.
As I just said, damn. Well, did we not reiterate in the beginning of the podcast? We curse like sailors. Did you not get that part?
We got a message from a listener named Judy
Judy. Oh,
from Wisconsin.
that's good. I don't think my grandma knows how to respond, but you never know.
She has a 3-year-old, and she was just writing in telling us that she loves the show, but she is guilty of listening to us in the car with her 3-year-old. And her 3-year-old started to say fuckery.
Oh my God. Only you would say that.
Oh, so, I mean, she was laughing because she used it in the correct context. And like you guys say, you can't get mad at them if it's in the right context. It's too funny.
You can't.
I mean, you try not to laugh because you don't want to condone that. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you're too smart for your own good.
Honestly. Especially they know how to use it in like the context. Like the correct.
Yeah, so that's why our disclaimer's in there. Judy, thank you again for sharing that story. It made my Tuesday. Titty Tuesday.
Titty Tuesday. Should we say for the kids in the back, we curse like sailors.
All the cool kids do it.
I mean, yeah, Alicia, if they jumped off a bridge, would you follow them?
Maybe.
I hate cliff diving, so no.
I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie.
Except for just don't cliff dive at Kazi.
I've done that many times.
That's just dangerous.
It is.
You know how many people, like, Chase's dad has lost in his high school?
What?
Yeah, the undercurrents.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you drop down and, like, you're there for 5 minutes, you're not coming up, and you're like, well, fuck.
I think it's scary when the water's low and you're up there about to jump and you see like the rocks that are shallow enough, to see. And it's like you got to navigate it just right so you don't fucking go. It's like right in the middle, the deep part where you're supposed to jump between these two big rocks. So
And hopefully there's not an undercurrent there.
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll put me out of my fucking misery.
Hey, whoa. Do you need to go to the psych ward?
Hey, don't bring me back there, man. Don't bring that.
I will put you on 24-hour watch, bitch.
Haven't you heard? I'm already on one. No, just kidding,
Alcoholic
you guys.
asshole.
I'm just kidding. Today, we're going to ask Sarah some questions. What to expect when you're expecting?
Nothing.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
I'm taking a break from the alcohol fam. The alky.
The alky.
A little bit alky. But I think what we're going to start doing so we appeal to more people is make little mocktails.
And not swear so much.
Post the drinks and the recipes to our Instagram, Facebook, and our new Pinterest. So, if you're not drinking, don't drink with us. If you are drinking, add some alcohol to that bitch.
I mean, hey, you can add anything to anything you want. So
yeah, but I just, for my own sake, I'm just going to take a little break for a while, and I know you guys will support me either way. So I appreciate you.
If you don't, you guys are assholes. So.
Leave it to Sarah to speak the truth.
I mean, hey, this is called Hard Talks for a reason.
Dude,
you don't want to hear it.
I've been having our own catchphrases being thrown at me a lot lately.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, did that, what? Like people will be like, you want to have some hard talks? And I'm like, why are you using my...
You're like, why are you yelling at me?
My fucking... no, like, don't use my own shit against me. Like,
don't yell at me.
It only works if we say it.
Yeah, no, we're the Hard Talks crew, people. No, doesn't work.
Anyway.
Unless we don't know you, then you're like in a whole different state, then it's like a whole different ballgame, but whatever.
Yeah. So what to expect when you're expecting? What do you think is your biggest expectation going into motherhood and labor?
Honestly, absolutely nothing. I'm scared to death.
What's on your mind?
Well, okay, I don't know. I was thinking this other night in bed, like I want an epidural. And I was like, so many people have had epidurals. Like, I'll be fine. I don't want to be that person. I don't think it will happen, but like, I don't want to be paralyzed. And you've had it like so many times. I'm like, you're not paralyzed, so I'll be okay.
Well,
like,
they sure fucked it up.
Well,
the first one I had.
And Carly, too. That's what she was saying. Was
Yeah.
her second. I'm like, but you had 3 kids and you had an epidural with all 3. So.
Yeah, but my first epidural didn't take, so I ended up having my eldest son naturally. After they stuck me in the back with a, 10, I don't even know how big a gauge needle, but it's like fucking 6 inches long or longer. And you have to sit completely still while you're going through contractions. And they did that 4 times because they could not get it in.
Hurt.
And I think I was talking a little bit about this when Mikhail was on, but they hit a nerve. They hit a nerve. So, like, literally, if you feel my spine, there's, like, 5 puncture scars there from where they did my epidurals. And they finally had to go get the head anesthesiologist because I don't know if I was a fucking, like, testing subject. Like, I sure is. Maybe it's because I was in, like, such terrible labor, terrible pain. And I didn't.
You were also.
I didn't remember, like,
17,
them. Yeah.
too.
I didn't remember them, like, asking me if, like, students could, like, assist in my delivery or anything. You know what I mean? But it felt that way because they just fucked me up. They fucked me up, man.
Oh, I hate needles. That was like my biggest fear. I'm like the blood drawing and like you have to get all these like IVs in your hands. Like that's like my biggest. I don't want that.
Do you have good veins?
I have really good veins. My mom has the shittiest veins ever. Oh my god. Here, I'm gonna show you. Like.
You're so cute. Your belly's so cute. Yeah, dude.
It's a big ass vein, like it's in my side, and it goes into my belly. You can see,
dude. So, are you gonna have like your whole delivery videoed?
Yes. I want Chase to GoPro it.
Is he gonna have it on his head like a true champ?
No, probably not. He's like, you can wear it on your chest. I'm like, why don't you wear it on your chest?
Well, no, you don't want it on your chest because then the baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they skin to skin.
Yeah, I want that. I want the skin to skin.
That is the most.
I want
like precious fucking moment.
See, in that too. I think I'm just weird. Like this last couple of weeks, I'm like, other people's kids bug me. Like other babies are just look weird to me, and like people's
all these kids are fucking ugly.
Like he's like, it's. Usually I'm like, oh my god, your kid is so cute. Like I love that. And oh my god, I love your kid. But no, like, I'm like. You all bug the shit out of me, little assholes. What the hell?
It's probably because your emotions and your hormones are running high. It's hot.
It is so hot.
Your poor feet are swollen.
Oh my god.
Like an elephant. I'm
like,
sorry. You're beautiful.
Oh my god. It's
your poor
bad.
feet. Your poor feet.
Like I was in the car, like driving here, and I was like, babe, look at this, and it was like a bubble. I'm like, shit, babe. He's like, oh, they're looking a little bad. I'm like.
They're looking a little
I know, you think? I'm like, my fucking ankles are the size of my face. It's fine.
Apologize for your husband for not jumping on a mic.
Oh my god.
That episode was rough editing.
So sorry.
But we love him. He says he'll be on, but I don't know why he didn't want to be on that day.
Because you were there, and he was talking to you outside. And then I'll get in the car, and I'm like, I'm not getting on the mic.
Oh, yeah, so he's just for face.
Yeah. He's like a people pleaser without being a people pleaser. He's like,
but is he just, because I know he's a really shy guy.
Oh, he's the biggest introvert you'll ever meet in your life.
So that's probably why he doesn't want to be on the podcast.
Yeah. How many times has he talked to you?
I've known you for what?
3 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Chase has literally like probably, I've never had a deep conversation with Chase.
He doesn't even talk to people.
It's very one-worded or one-word responses.
And it's been 3 years. He's now just starting to like open up more to Corey. And he was like, I would be like with her like all the time.
It's just
like
so
we
funny
went
to me.
Camping and
because he says he wants to go to a rave.
That shocked the shit out of me. He's like, we should go one time. I'm like,
maybe it'd be really good for him.
So, okay. He went to coding school, and it was all online, and he, like, in his group, there was, like, him and another guy that were the only two that would talk, which would actually just surprise the shit out of me. But he actually really came out of his shell that year. That's what really made him more comfortable talking, because he had to.
Would you say you talk for Chase?
Oh, absolutely.
Be hard sometimes.
Do I talk over him? Absolutely.
Well,
you should hear us in the car.
Don't do that because if he's speaking, that's like you let the man speak.
Oh my god, no! When it's just me and him, I'm like,
shut up.
Will you shut up already?
Okay,
God.
okay.
But like other people, he's like that's why we're so good together, and that's why he's like, I think that's why we work so well together is because I'm like,
you're very bubbly.
I'm the most extroverted. Like I'll have fun anytime, anywhere. I don't need anything. Like I just take off your vibes, and I'll be like at a rave. I'll be as sober can be, and you think I would be like the highest person there.
Yeah, and that's very true. Like, I mean, it's a vibe and it's easy to catch. Like,
for sure.
Like I've said before, you don't need substance to go to a festival.
It's just because like how many people there aren't even on substance and you don't even know it.
And on that note, have you ever been to a country festival? Motherfucker. So that's
those
the biggest,
are just like drunk assholes.
dude, that's the biggest like question I've received about raves is, oh my God, like you must have to be really fucked up to go, right?
Like, have you ever been to a country concert?
Yeah,
it's
like, dude,
the same thing.
mean, I've been to more festivals, drunk, just like at a fucking festival or
like
country festival.
Like a sing song
they do this thing here in Utah. It's Country Jam,
and
yeah, it's like gotten to be so massive. Like it's a
so
whole
fun.
weekend. Every single day, there's lineups of.
Did you say Country Jam?
Country Jam.
It's Country Fan Fest.
There's 2 of them now.
Yeah, so one's in Colorado. Country Jam's in Colorado.
And Country Fan Fest is in Tooele.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Yes.
So Grand Junction, right?
Yep.
Dude, Country Jam is so massive now that
It's huge.
it goes through the entire alphabet campsite wise, like a loop, A through Z. I think my mom said like 4 to 5 times.
It's big.
It's massive. And
It's like 4 days.
yeah, it's EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival. I think that's what that stands for
It's
in
not
Vegas.
Like there's really like no.
All my rave fam is going to be like booing me because I probably got that wrong. It's Electric Daisy Carnival. Yes.
Don't hurt yourself.
I know. It's been a long day. And you know what? Let me say this. We have recorded this episode in 3 parts because life has been crazy. What is my saying, Ben? Your bitch is lazy because life be crazy.
Yes.
And it is.
Are your headphones on?
Yeah.
I can't hear my.
Oh,
wait, hold on. Turn my.
All right, I turned them down
Yeah.
because of the music I was jamming. Is that better?
There we go. Okay, I can actually hear myself. I was like, why can't I hear myself?
Indeed, indubitably.
Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, I mean, just crazy. It's just funny what people want to compare. But
Honestly, though.
we are tangenting hard.
And it's like the iHeartRadio festival too.
Yeah, or Coachella.
They're just like different genres.
but
of
like
not country of like music festivals. It's just a
raving
different
has
genre.
such a stigma about it because of the drugs. You know, it's like it's a stereotype.
Okay, like
it's a
them
staple that comes with
country-
raving.
Like I'm sure country kids ain't smoking the weed before they get to the parking lot and.
Well, I mean, that's
like-
the whole thing about Country Jam is like it's seriously just like a trailer park party, like
Basically.
at that point, yeah. But it goes all day, all night, and so
For 4 days.
every genre has their own type of festival. But I mean, yeah, alcohol. Better redneck and nice.
You're gonna hurt yourself on the PBRs.
Me and Forrest have many a times.
Oh yeah, you went.
Anyway, I literally. So I'm glad that you mentioned that again because I mentioned it briefly in the beginning how I was going to dub something in about me not drinking anymore for a while on the podcast, or maybe forever. We'll see. But I'm also because we have our Patreon page coming up. So Dre Rocca kind of inspired the idea that the really real, really hard talks, those should be posted to Patreon. So if you do want to hear the full story and full extent of my process and where I'm at, I will let you guys know when that bonus episode on Patreon is dropping and where you can find it and how to get it and whatever. So
On like a date.
Yeah. By the time that I hit like my 8th, 12th week of sobriety, Sarah's going to come back and want to be an alcoholic. She'll be the alcoholic.
I'll be the alcoholic. But I can't drink too much because, I'll be hopefully breastfeeding.
Yes.
Because people get freaking birth plans out here and they go to shit.
Do you have any big concerns or worries going into labor? Or
Labor? No.
are you feeling very positively? I feel like
I feel like it'll be a good labor.
you've been really positive about the whole thing.
I mean, you know, whatever happens, happens. It's not a big deal. Like, I'm not that person. Like, I'm gonna go natural. Like, no, I want an epidural for one. But like, if I have to, I'm like, I don't want a birth plan because every time you get a birth plan, it just like goes to shit. So
yeah, both mine did.
So I'm just like, I'm not going in like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, deliver her vaginally, and that's it. Like, I don't want to be there for 26 hours and then just be like, no, get her out.
But
Get that C-section because then my vagina will look normal.
Your first labor is always the longest.
My mom's was 4 hours.
That is just still so wild to me.
I'm really hoping I'm like my mom and grandma.
But you know what? Mikhail, who we had on a few episodes ago, her second daughter came in like 3.5 hours. And like, yeah, if you didn't listen to that episode, go back and listen to the portion where she's giving birth. Like, she literally popped an artery in her eyeball. She came so quickly. And yeah, wild stuff.
It's intense.
Yeah. Labor brings out a lot in a woman. It's God, like, it's incredible what the human body can do. I think about like women in like ancient times, you know.
They didn't have medicine.
Well, no, but for one, like, the death rate was so high because medicine.
And I just didn't know like the babies, if the baby was like breached or like if they were bleeding out.
Well, yeah, and you didn't know what you were going to have until you had it. And
you didn't even know you were pregnant unless you were like constantly checking your period.
Exactly. So I think about like caveman era, like reproduction in that time. Like, imagine like not being able to communicate with another human, let alone understand what's going on with your body all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. At the same time, like, I feel like it used to be so natural.
It's been a fortnight and I have not bled. Like, what the fuck?
Like, yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's just like their thing. Like, into my books. How he's like, I go all caveman because it's like protect, and mate. Like, that is just like the way of the world. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it's just like a second nature, and we're over here like putting it into this whole other like universe. Whenever like before, they're just like, we need to mate.
I mean, that's true. Like, it's primal. It's instinctual. Sex is like one of the most instinctual things people do. You know, I thought she was coming downstairs or something.
I was just looking at you.
You're sketching me out.
Sorry.
Sometimes, you know, I get a flicker in my peripherals, and I'm positive it's my spirit friends coming and saying hello. And, you know, sometimes they like to freak me out, and you know, I just try not to pay attention to it.
Just say, hey, yo, bitches, leave me alone today.
No, I don't even want to, like, acknowledge it half the time.
I get it.
But
that's fine.
That being said, so you don't have a birth plan?
No, we still have to do a tour. We don't even know where to go.
Oh, the hospital?
Yeah. We're so like
whatever.
I tell Chase, I'm like, babe, we're going to have a baby in like 4 weeks or like 3 weeks or whatever. And he goes, don't say that. I'm like, what do you mean? Don't say that. Like, I think he's like in that part of where he's like nervous. And he's kind of like in the denial part of like, oh, we're having a baby.
This shit's actually happening. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
But he's down there. He's like, I don't know where to take you. I'm like, on the opposite side of where we go. Just like all the way around.
So which hospital are you giving birth at?
Ogden Regional.
Okay. I had my oldest son at Salt Lake Regional. And, you know, at the time I was working up at a law firm in Salt Lake, and my insurance covered Salt Lake Regional, Ogden Regional, so it just made sense because my doctor was up there too. But when it actually came time to having Grady, talk about shitting on a birth plan. Like, I had 3 false labors for one. And you know what? I don't know anything about medicine, but it just was like in my brain that you don't give pregnant women like heavy drugs. But like, first false labor I had, they gave me a shot of morphine straight up. Damn. And that's, I think, the only time I've ever had morphine, but it definitely calmed me down. I remember the drive back to Layton. And if you don't know, if you're not local to Utah, it's a trek, like from where I was living. It's like a 35-minute drive. And there's so many hospitals that were closer. I just looked back on it and I was like, oh God. But the second.
How many did you pass?
Like probably 4. Like nowadays they've built even more, but because this was 8 years ago, which is crazy. Time flies. But second false labor, mom drives me up there, and I not dilating past like a 1.5, and they just send me home again, give me fucking Loratab, and
Here you go.
So somebody email into the show and tell me, like, was I far enough along where that's okay? Or, like, I really don't know.
Obviously.
I didn't question it because I'm obviously not fully
I don't know.
in a good state of mind. I'm in pain,
Why would I give it to you?
And I was 17, so I didn't, at first baby, I didn't know, like, what Braxton Hicks contraction, like, I don't know. But third time around, my mom makes me wait because she's like, I'm not driving you up there again. Like, if you're in labor, like, we are making sure. Like,
you're going to be in labor.
Yes. And so I don't know what I had taken that night. I think I had taken, because I had really terrible heartburn. And I had some kind of reaction to it. Like, it just made me feel even worse, like ill almost. And I think I threw up, and like it started my contractions like crazy, and it was like boom, boom, bam, and I was like, Mom, let's go to the hospital, and she's like, no. I'm like, please, Mom.
They're like 2 minutes apart. Like, Mom, they're 2 minutes apart. I really gotta go.
Literally, it got to that point, and so I'm sick throughout this whole thing, like throwing up the whole time. And it just made it worse. Like, I could not sleep through the night, and God bless my saint of a mama. She was up with me until about 2 a.m. And then finally she's like, okay, like, I guess we can go. And I'd been in labor like from 8 p.m. Yeah. So we get in the car, and it's January 30th. Massive blizzard.
Oh, of course.
Massive blizzard. And we were stuck in traffic for over an hour.
Oh my God.
And like your mama, I was terrified that I was going to push out a baby in the backseat of my mom's brand new car. And of course, she's in the front seat. Don't you dare have this baby in my car. I'm like, Mom, get there faster. It literally...
Probably walked faster.
No. So this is when I had my horrible epidural, because I go in, and God bless my grandma too, because she met us there. And I remember there was even a night before this, like 2 nights before, like I stayed up there because I thought I was so close to having him. Like, she's in North Salt Lake, so she's much closer. So I remember even staying there one night, and I paced around her house like until 3 a.m, just trying to have this baby. But she met us there, and they're like, oh my God, you are like 6 centimeters dilated. If you want an epidural, you need it now. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's in my birth plan. See, like, it's in my birth plan right here. And they're like, well, sometimes it doesn't work out that way.
If you were at a 7, they'd be like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, like literally, I was so close. And they have you bent over. I've told this part before. I have a pillow in between me and my big old belly, and my grandma's holding my shoulders down, and you have to keep absolutely still, just like bent over. And it took them about 4 times to actually get the epidural in, and then it did not take. It did not take, and my doctor was not there yet, so I was ready to push, and this happened with both of my children. My doctor was not there yet for either of my children, and they literally told me to stop pushing after I had they'd started me pushing, and then they're like, oh, hey, honey, just hold on 1 second. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you cannot stop this. Like, this is the most natural thing in the world, and you're now telling, like, I cannot control this at this point.
You're like, I'm sorry, I'm having a contraction, and you're trying to go down.
No, and I remember screaming at one nurse, like, literally just, like, deliver my baby. And my mom would have to tell me, or not, because she was in the delivery room with me. whether the nurse actually delivered Grady or not. I really don't remember. But then they stitch you up. And at first, like, it was okay. Like, after he initially was out and after...
You're cleaning up.
Yes. Because it's not... You don't just have labor of the baby. You also have to give birth to the placenta and everything. Yeah. So after all that, you know, your adrenaline is running so high naturally that it's, like, almost numbing. And that was a little more difficult because I wasn't sure if I wanted that skin to skin with Grady because he was being placed for adoption. But with Elliot, you know, they immediately put him on your chest and it's kind of like, okay, like this was all worth it. But with my first, when they went to stitch me up, that was worse than giving birth. Let me tell you, I had torn up into my clitoris. And I had a 3rd-degree tear. So, yes, as an esthetician, you understand, like, we have many layers to our skin. So when they stitch you up, if you tear like that, they can't just stitch up the outside layer. They have to go in and stitch up all of those layers. And if you are not, like, in pain right now listening to that, like, let me tell you, because it gets worse.
3 layers of pain.
All natural. It quite literally felt like he was stitching up my vagina with a shard of glass. It was hot. It was horrible. And so then I was like, okay, let me see my baby now, because I needed literally, like...
You need that calm.
I needed that serotonin boost for sure. So, I mean, I think it's wise, you know, especially this being your first child, going into it without a birth plan.
Yeah, because if I'm going to get one, I'm going to have like 3.
I'm going to have 3.
I gotta have 3.
Ring for sex. Someone asked me, who doesn't know much about children, you know, like, how long does someone have to wait after giving birth to have sex? And I was like, they recommend 6 weeks, because one, they say you can be super, super fertile after you first give birth. My grandma Sharon is a prime example of that. My aunts are 11 months apart, and my grandpa, I remember after we had Elliot, was telling my ex-husband, he's like, make sure you wrap that shit, because like, you wait those 6 weeks, man. You wait those 6 weeks. But also, it's very, very painful. Obviously, you can imagine. It's
just
like
push the head out of your vagina. Or like even
shoulders,
like, or
hips.
even like with like a C-section, like you're sore down there too.
Yeah, you can't even pick up your baby sometimes.
Yeah, like you have an incision, like you...
Like, they say you can't even, like, vacuum. Nope. Because you don't want to utilize those core muscles.
So weird.
Have to mend.
It's glad we don't have carpet.
Yeah, but then, like,
I can Swiffer.
On the male perspective, the person who asked is like, holy shit, that's a long time. And I'm like, hey, tickle the brakes, sour grapes. Like, you have no idea how fucking, like, painful that is. And it may be painful for a male not to be able to have sex with his lady within that time frame, but there are other ways to please each other. All right, so get creative.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
this is very enjoyable.
Ogden Regional.
Yes.
Have you heard good things about this hospital?
Yes. I mean, it's like mixed. Everyone's like, "Oh, I hated it," and people are like, "Oh, I loved it." Don't go to McKay.
I went to Davis with Elliot, and
I was born in Davis.
Everybody, like, Davis has a terrible reputation.
They changed though.
But
did you see that? They got a new name.
But with Elliot, I had an amazing experience.
And then I had another client who just had her baby, like, I think she's 2, and she had a horrible... They didn't even do skin to skin with her. And that's what she wanted, and they didn't do it.
Why?
At Davis. I don't know. They just didn't offer it. So see, like I'm saying, like, everyone has a different birth story.
Yeah.
Like, my cousin delivered at Ogden, loved it. I had another client that delivered at Ogden, absolutely hated it. Someone delivered at, like, my sister-in-law delivered at McKay, had the worst experience ever. Someone else, like my cousin, that's where she works at McKay and delivers her kids at McKay and loves it. I have her sister works at Ogden and likes Ogden. So we were gonna go to Ogden anyways, just because like Ogden has the only reason why at first was because Ogden you have one big room and you stay in said room. So like you deliver in the same room that you stay in.
That's very nice. So
yeah,
they don't have to move you.
Exactly. So like where McKay, you like deliver and then you go into like a smaller room. But then again, it's like, excuse me, like at McKay, you get like a 3-course meal. Ogden doesn't offer that. It's like I just want the baby to be here and healthy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I don't care about like a steak dinner.
Yeah.
I'll make there's a Longhorn right down the street if I need that.
They literally give you a couple's dinner. Like, yeah. Or breakfast. You can choose.
Exactly.
I forgot about that.
So I'm like, honestly, I'm just like, well, so that was one of the reasons I was going to go to Ogden. And then I was on my mom's insurance until May. I turned 26.
Oh, yeah. And I don't have insurance right now. Do you?
I do, yeah.
Thank God.
Chase
just barely got it. Thank God.
He got it on June 20th.
Having babies is so expensive.
But at the same time, I applied for Medicaid back in April. And then I got Medicaid the same in June, too. So I'm like, well, shit.
You're double covered. That's even better.
Yeah. So then I think it only lasts for like, you get like a review in 6 months and I'll just be like, we got insurance.
I'm very thankful that Elliot's dad pulled through. He is covered.
Because you can get him Medicaid.
Yes.
Can you?
I think I can. And honestly,
or do you make too much?
I probably make too much.
But I wonder if you could like do like a payment for Medicaid. Because there's like, when I was looking, because I had to change my last name because it says Nelson, not Redford. Because I already had my case from when I was born. Because my mom didn't have insurance when I was born. So she put me on Medicaid. So then it like transferred over to now. So I looked up and it was like, make a payment here. So I wonder if you could like cheaper insurance with Medicaid. Because some insurances that we looked at
Or I think it's on a pay scale.
Yeah.
Like I would probably just have a higher payment than
some people.
You. Yeah.
I don't have one because being self-employed and Chase didn't have a job at the time.
That's very true. Very true. Yeah. We'll have to pause this one, but I want to ask if you've packed your hospital bag.
And if just got her car seat.
If there are necessities that your $700 car seat, Sarah.
It's a freaking Cadillac
of the car seat.
I shit you not. People are like, this thing's made of steel. No, I am not joking. It literally has steel in it.
Have you picked it up? Amanda is here? You're so cute.
He nods.
We'll pause this. Yeah, I talked about my shit show of birth with Grady. And then my
epidural.
Because
you've had like 5?
Yeah, dude. Did I tell you
2 kids?
Did I tell you about my birth with Elliot? Because every birth is so completely different. That's why I wanted to do this episode too.
5 was with just Grady.
The what?
You had to get 5 different
4.
Okay, 4. Well, same thing.
4. Yeah. So I have a bunch of like puncture marks.
That was with Grady?
Yeah, that was just with Grady.
God. Okay.
And then with Elliot, yeah. So Grady's epidural, I didn't feel anything, or I mean, like it didn't work. I felt everything. That's what I mean. Yeah. And it was just like a lot of pain for no gain and not worth it.
You were also 12, so.
Yeah, pretty much. And I tore really bad up into my clitoris. And it was a 3rd-degree tear, if you're cringing. Yeah.
I'm cringing.
Imagine me being, yeah.
My vagina hurt.
And so if you have a multiple degree tear, because you have multiple layers to your skin, as you know, being, a basic esthetician, they have to stitch up each layer. And since my epidural didn't work and my adrenaline was wearing off and it was a, vicarious
emotional
situation with my eldest being adoption, I didn't get that immediate skin to skin. And so it was like, all right, let's stitch you up. Good job pushing out a watermelon.
See you later.
And I swear to you guys, that physician stitched up my vagina with shard glass. Like that was that experience. With Elliot, it was beautiful. It went swimmingly. I was induced like you're about to be.
Yeah, I'm not going over the 13th. I decided. I'm like, nope. Even Chase was like, we were in the room. So we went on Monday. What's today's date? So we went on.
We are recording on a Tuesday, July 27th.
So
it is Taco Tuesday.
It is Taco
Titty Tuesday.
That's why we made tacos.
I did.
So we went on the 26th, Monday. Went to the doctor. He's like, so you're talking about being induced? And Chase is like looking at me, and I was like, I don't know, what do you think? And he's like, yeah, let's just do it. He's like, I'm just ready to get it over with. I just want her here. And before he's like, absolutely not. He's like, do not take her out before her time. And I'm like, I'm ready. I don't
It's
know
my
about
body,
you.
my choice. Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's just do it on the 13th. Because I want her on Friday the 13th. Like, I don't really want to go over. Like, it's just too much.
Is that her actual due date?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's like her, like, I mean, like, what is her real due date, though? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's like kind of like a guesstimated due date. So that's like her.
Well, I mean, the due date they give you,
Yeah.
you know, kind of an expectation from the beginning when you first find out. You know, obviously things can change if you're further along in your pregnancy than you think. But, you know.
Because there was a girl, our Nell girl, Molly, at work. She has so she works at two places. So her other place of work, she has an assistant, and her due date was in like August, like 14th, I think, and it moved to like August 21st.
Oh.
I was like,
it moved backwards.
I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was hoping mine would move forward, but whatever, it's fine. But yeah, we went, and I had him check my cervix.
Mm-hmm.
I am dilated to a 2 and 70% effaced.
That baby is coming, girl.
Literally, I shit you not. No one can see this, but like, see where your underwear line is on girls? Mm-hmm. Her head is down there.
Oh, for sure.
Right here. Her head is here.
She's ready.
He's like, it is so, like, he couldn't get her whole head because it was like where her head was. You could like see half of it, and it was like in my bladder. I'm like, no wonder my bladder hurts occasionally.
So you were ready when he said, let's do an induction, or were you kind of nervous at first?
I'm still nervous. Like, I'm like, yeah. Like, I want to wait, but I'm like, no, I don't want to wait.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, she'll be ready. She'll be fine.
Just know that it moves pretty well. Every woman is different. But for me, at least in my experience being induced, it moved pretty quickly as soon as they came in.
That was your second one, too.
Yes. They say second labors are a little quicker. But
so you're always like, it's like your first one is like sets a standard, then it's like you're like after that they always go a little bit faster.
Mm-hmm. But they came in and broke my water, and it was pretty quick after that, maybe like 3 or 4 hours.
Damn.
But I had to kick the whole family out of the room, because like before you're actively like pushing the baby out, you know, I said this on Mikhail's episode too, like you can have people in the room, and after a while it was like, get everyone the fuck out. And they almost had to cut off my wedding ring too.
Yes.
So on all my pictures,
I haven't been wearing rings.
You're smart, because I had a shotgun wedding like every classy girl dreams of as a kid, and got married at like 7 months pregnant. And then, so I loved this ring. It was a beautiful ring. I didn't want to ever take it off. But then I got to the point where I couldn't take it off, and I was in active labor, and my hand was like turning purple, like my finger. And they're like, we're going to have to cut it off. I'm like, you are not fucking cutting that bitch off my finger. So I went to Davis. You know, we mentioned hospitals earlier. And they have a slushy machine there. And that's the only thing that kept me going, man. Is the blue raspberry slushies. I just had them coming because it's like ice chips. So
all you can have is ice chips.
All my labor pictures, it literally looks like I'm dying because my arm's in a sling, wrapped up in a
purple.
It's wrapped up in an ice
slushy.
pack. No, my mouth was bright blue.
Oh so my god! So yeah, you
like
definitely
I'm
did
suffocating.
Look like it's fine.
Yeah, so that was an experience, but I, definitely, you're ready.
I'm right. I'm already dilated to a 2, and he's like, do you feel any contractions? And I was like, not really. I don't know. Like, I think I had one Braxton Hick where my stomach got really tight and my back hurt like 3 weeks ago. And I guess I didn't really realize that, like, no matter what, when your stomach tightens, it's a contraction.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I get a little bit of like a weird, like, sharp pain. I'm like, ooh, that kind of hurts. Then I'll be like, oh, that's fine. I'm done. So I'm like,
that's a contraction.
I'm like, oh shit, maybe I have been having contractions and not knowing I'm having contractions.
Well, and that's the hardest thing about your first baby is like you don't know what to feel. I think that's honestly why I had so many false labors because it was
you
like
don't know.
it feels like it hurts. It feels like I'm shitting a knife. Like, and then you go in, and that was so disappointing to be like, honey, not go home. Here's some drugs.
Here's some little drugs.
Take the drugs.
You can't. They're not very good ones. Here's some Tylenol.
No, fuck no. Remember, they gave me a shot of morphine.
I guess maybe you were like close enough. They're like, she'll be fine.
Loratab is what put me into labor because it made me sick. But the time before that, because I had 3, they gave me a freaking Percocet. I'm like 17 and pregnant in the backseat of my mom's car. I'm like, Mom, this is great.
Your mom's like, what the hell?
Oh, you spoiled bitch.
Well, I know. So I think we go again 2 more times. So we go again Monday.
If you make it that far.
Girl. He said I am technically full term. So, I mean, anytime now, babe. Anytime now, babe. You can come out. But oh my God, her foot is like constantly in my rib. Mm-hmm. So if I push her down, I feel pressure on my bladder. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, why? Do you hate me? But no, so I think I haven't decided yet. I've talked about it. Now that like I'm going to be induced, I'm like, well, maybe I'll just have him strip my membranes.
Strip those membranes.
On the 9th and see how that helps.
Strip membranes are calling.
Honestly. So,
ring for sex.
I mean, girl, that's going to help because I'm already dilated to a 2, so that should help speed up the process. But I feel like, too, like if I wasn't like far enough dilated, I'd have been like, no, let's wait. But I feel like being a 2?
No, dude, go ride.
I feel like that's
go
pretty,
ride your husband like a pony. Okay?
I feel like that's pretty good. For,
or a stallion.
Being like, right? Come on. Babe. Even my mom. We picked my mom up from the hospital. From the airport. She's fine. From the airport. And I was like, I'm at a 2, Mom. Like a 2. I'm like, I am so excited about being a 2. I'm like, that's not very far at all, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go, like, let's go for a long walk. And then I was, like, had a hair, and I was, like, sticking out the window. I'm like, sex will help, too. Let's go have lots of sex. And that's what my mom was saying the exact same thing as I was. And I was like, did you hear that, Mom? And Chase goes, that's literally what she was saying. And I was like, I wasn't paying attention. Let's go have the sex, babe. And he's like, let's go.
Get it in now because you're not going to be able to have it for 6 to 8 weeks after.
No, and he won't either. He's like, we're not doing this again. He's like, so soon. He's like, I'm not getting you pregnant this fast. I'm like, okay.
You know, they make male contraceptive now, right? They make male birth control.
What?
Yeah. Educate yourself. Have him be your experiment.
You know what he told me?
What?
He's like, well, you can't get pregnant from the butt. I'm like, sure, whatever.
He's not wrong.
I mean, hey, and you know what? Honestly, hopefully none of my family listens to this, but I don't care anyway. It's bad for how good it feels.
Hey, so Sarah's experienced a rim job now?
No.
Well, okay. So if I am going to be the first one to broadcast that very personal and sensitive information, then you have to be the first one to have anal and then tell the whole world about it.
Oh, I have. I'm telling you right now.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
How was it?
I even told your little sister Rachel about it.
Wow. I hear everything from Rachel except from, the really pertinent shit.
I mean, okay. Honestly, I was like, you are never going anywhere near my butt, you weirdo. And he just we started out slow.
Did you start out with butt plugs? Gauge up?
So he would sometimes during intercourse, he'd just shove his finger up there and I'm like, oh, that feels weird. But I'm like, oh my God, that actually feels really good. And then we did get a little thing of butt plugs and it literally, oh my God, it changes your life. Well, you gotta do it with someone you trust though. Cause okay. What I found out,
Elliot, be quiet. No, you're not.
So what I learned from my eyelash girl was, because they were talking about it with her sister. Mm-hmm. So usually when you think of doing, anal, you go from behind, like doggy style, right?
Yeah.
No, actually, if you lay on your back and he comes at you like a missionary style with your legs up in the air, you're more open. It doesn't hurt as bad.
Did you learn this from a waxing experience?
Girl, no. We've been doing anal for like a year and a half now.
How did I not know about this?
I don't know, but I've been saying
this
it
is
on,
crucial information. Considering,
okay,
all the hard talks are at my expense.
Listen, if you listen carefully to what I say, you will hear me innuendo it, or whatever the fuck that word is. I bring it up, peeps. Okay, if you hear it and you know it, you have to.
Ring for sex, bitches.
Oh my god.
Or anal in Sarah's case.
We even talked about doing anal before.
I don't think anal is going to help induce labor.
Well, no, it won't. He wants to do it after, so we don't get pregnant.
That makes sense.
I mean, hey.
Work it in.
I mean, okay, I was like so against it. I'm like, fuck you, I'm never doing that.
Elliot!
No, we've been doing anal for like a year and a
Hold, please. That was fantastic. Hey. I love you too, buddy. I love you too, Sarah.
Oh, I love you.
I know you're going to miss me so much, as, considering I'm your other spouse.
Well, I'm going to see you.
You're not going to turn into one of those helicopter moms?
I hope not.
No?
I really hope not.
Sometimes you just can't help it. Those, commercials that you see, the diaper ones or whatever, I think they're diaper ones, about how you have your first kid and then, everything is super clean and it's like, wash your hands and, helicopter mom. And then it shows them having the second kid and everything's just a little more relaxed. And then the third kid comes around and it's like, fuck, eat the Cheerios off the floor, kid. I don't care anymore as long as you're alive,
Yeah.
Let's get out the door.
That's what my mom said. She's all like, I was her third. And she goes, yeah, with you, I told you, I went to the store when you were 3 days old. I was like, well, I was your third kid and you probably wanted out of the house.
Well, and I know, since COVID and everything and the variation is ongoing, that story is still being written. I understand why a lot of people still want to take precautions, especially with young infants, even though it's not common in young children. But
there's still other things that can happen.
Yeah. Do you have any expectation of, the 2 days in the hospital? Are you planning to stay your whole 2 days? If everything goes well, you could check out, after a night.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how long I'll be there for. I mean, if they stay, they're going to pay for it. Well, I don't know. Because if I'm being induced, because, if we go in, either in the morning or the night before, because I think if we might go in the night before, it does, the softening of the cervix, but I'm already, 70%.
Yeah. So
we might not do that. We might just go in, early morning on the 13th. And just because I'm I want her on the 13th, because not that I don't want her on the 14th, not anything's wrong with that.
But it's Friday the 13th.
But that, and it's Chase's little niece's birthday's on the 14th, and I kind of feel bad because she's all I want my own birthday, and I'm like, shit, I know, I get it.
Sorry, dude, I totally have control over that.
Right? Because my mother-in-law's have her on the 11th. I'm like, if I have her on the 11th, she would be sharing a birthday with 3 different people.
Dude, I seriously think it's funny how, people get so excited, but they're, basically telling you when to have your kid. You do have control over it.
Right? I'm like, yeah, let me just tell her that. Hey, Caroline, you're coming on the 11th,
just
okay?
Spray some Pam down there.
Yeah,
get it
right?
Let me
just,
ripen it. Ripen
just, right. Let me just get it slippery for her and really, do some, EVOO, okay?
Lube it up.
Be honest.
Lube it up, dude.
Seriously, people.
Dude, sometimes people's shoulders get stuck. like in the birth canal.
My grandma, her last he did. His shoulders were too broad. They had to dislocate his shoulder and bring him out and then put it back in. Ugh.
So I hope you guys are following us on Instagram and Facebook. We post some kind of funny stuff there, especially to our stories. Random trippy shit, things about the show, funny memes, whatever. Updates on our website. But also we have a poll up there on Instagram right now. People guessing when Sarah is going to have her baby.
I mean, hey, I could still go over the 13th. Depending on how long the induction takes, it could take up to 12 hours. So I could still be late.
That's true. So when I first thought about it, when I was writing that poll, I was like, I just feel like she is the kind of girl that's going to be relaxed and she's comfortable right now.
Oh, yeah. Her ultrasound, she just looks bored.
Yeah, she...
she just sits there and her face is just stoic and her hands up here.
It's
and
Sarah.
She's just, no, the baby.
Yeah, you. That's you, stoic.
Yeah, I know. She's just sitting there and the doctor was he's like, look at her face. I'm like, that's all her face. Every single time I've seen her, he's like, she looks bored.
Does she have resting bitch face already?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Bad. We have one good picture of her with her cute little, it was 24 weeks, I think it was, 22 or something, in the 20 weeks. Mm-hmm. And she was so cute. You could her face was squished up beside the placenta, and she had the cutest little smirk on her face, and she had a dimple. I'm like, there's my baby girl. And now she just is
yeah, she's gonna come out mean mugging Ice Cube.
Oh my god, she's gonna have a scowl on her face and be like, the fuck, mom? Be like, I'm sorry.
Tiny baby with that.
Have you seen that? I got my mother-in-law. Yeah, my mother-in-law posted me, and it came out this baby's a full-on angry face, and it was like that moment when you meet your parents or whatever, and you scowl at your mom for eating all those spicy tacos while she was pregnant with you. Or there was another one where she tagged me, and the baby's just looking around what the hell is happening? And he's like, when you're born, you meet your parents. My dad said it best, and I've said this to you before many a times, but first time he ever held Elliot, he's crying, tearing up. Alicia, he's beautiful. You did so good. He must be fucking frying right now. What the fuck? Give me my baby, Dad. Same bad grandpa that accidentally let Elliot drink his vodka. Okay, bad grandpa. But it's white and in a water bottle. You can't help it. I was like, what? What do you mean? And he's like, well, think about it. Everything is so bright and new and foreign, and it's so true. It's such a good way to put it or interpret it because, I mean, kids, how do they learn? Through sensory, touching, putting things in their mouth. They don't see for the first several weeks of their life, only 10 inches in front of them. And I'm still probably wrong there, but it's not very far. So that's why they really get connected with those who hold them their most, i.e. mothers, fathers, because you're always up close, Skin to skin. Mm-hmm. So, leave it to good old Pops. I know. It was so cute because I always said that. He's like, look at him. He's like, everything's all bright and new and great and loving. And you get my sister-in-law, and she's all like, how would you feel getting pushed out into the birth canal and getting into an itchy diaper in the cold world? And I'm like, oh my good Lord. Yeah, there's so all of a sudden everything's big and open and wide. And you're not in your nice little, where's your sense of security? Where's that warm blanket that you've been in for the last 9 months, and all of a sudden you have to wear a diaper? Yeah. And clothes, and there's loud noises. Yeah. And you mean I have to know where your next meal's at because you're sitting there and your mom takes 2 seconds too long, and so you're like, I'm gonna starve to death, and you're freaking out, and your mom's like, hang on a second, I'm coming. That's why Pixar's Inside Out is such a perfect movie. Have you seen that? Yeah. Oh my god, especially in the beginning when she's first born and all there is joy. And it only lasted for a few seconds until she got uncomfortable or something. And then sadness appeared. Yeah. That show was too damn cute. Psychologists use that for, children therapy now because it makes so much sense. And it helps, you to learn, your children, they can't, and, when joy, goes out and, sadness leaves, too, it's, they can't control their emotions. And that's what I love. It's, yeah, your kid's having a tantrum, but, there's a reason they're having a tantrum.
Well, on a deeper level, too, sometimes we need sadness to find our way back to happiness too,
Yeah.
It's not just as simple as being a child as we grow and go through maturity and puberty,
Even anger.
Yeah, I mean, it all coincides. Like, you can have a happy, blissful moment, but still have, some anger,
some sad moment
that surrounds that memory. Yeah, exactly. So they broke that down really well. They did a really good job.
Especially when, like, how Joy's like, you're ruining everything, and Sadness is like, I'm sorry. But then, like, Joy, like, watches it and she goes, oh, you got it. It is a cute. And then when, like, I love the ending because, like, where the cat comes in, that explains a lot about the cat too.
Yeah.
Like, cats.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it does a great breakdown to be, you're sad in the moment, but it makes you feel better to let it out, and you're on to bigger and brighter days.
And then you can have joy in your life, and then something gross comes along, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean,
that is disgusting.
Love that movie. We watch it way too much, if you guys couldn't tell.
We watched Home.
I
Chase
love
said
it.
It was so funny.
Sheldon Cooper.
I love
the
how
voice of the alien.
Like, just like the how I too must have to go number 1. He's like, but you don't want me to go on number 3. We do that once a year.
It is like a holiday, but not for fun. It takes a whole day.
I know. I love it's just like everything is like turned around.
Just
like,
wait, girl.
I'm sorry, so.
You enjoy children's movies now, but wait until you have to be forced to watch them all the time. You're going to lose it. It's cool, though, like, having Disney Plus, though, because now Elliot's watching a lot of the stuff that we watched as kids. Like, he really digs Kim Possible.
Yes.
He says that's his girlfriend.
Oh. I would say Kim
You should hear him sing the song, Kim Possible.
That's awesome.
Cute. So you are 38 weeks then.
When this episode drops, yes.
Yes, by Friday.
By Friday, I'll be 38 weeks. I'll have 2 weeks left.
What size is Miss Caroline May?
Oh.
Hard Tots baby.
Let's see. Okay. Let me go a week ahead. Because right now, today, recording date, she's 30. She is a canary melon. Whatever the fuck that is.
Never even heard of that.
But at 38 weeks, what she will be on the 30th.
Cantaloupe.
She'll be a mini watermelon. That was like, a cantaloupe was like
mini
a while ago.
Watermelon.
She'll be a mini watermelon. Peeps. And I am technically full term, so he's like, anytime. He's like, you want me to take her out?
She's done cooking.
Yep, I'm done.
Yep, she's done cooking. That reminds me, when I was pregnant with Elliot, during a visit I had with Grady, he was asking me, like, what's in there? And I was like, oh, it's a baby. And, I've been blessed. If you don't know, go back to our adoption episode. But we have an open adoption. And so he's asking me all these questions like, oh, so this baby's coming from your belly like I did? I'm like, yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. And he's 4 at the time. Both my boys are fucking brilliant. It scares me. But I'm like, yeah, he's in the same belly that you were in. And he's like, oh, well, how did he get in there?
That's a conversation for when
your mom. This is the one time, the one pass where I'm like, here you go. That's.
Oh, dang it. You know what? That's like for your actual, that's for your mom.
That's where I brought that up. It's like a watermelon. You know how it has seeds? They're like me and Jeremy, Oh, X made it out of love.
We'll cut that out.
If I have time. And yeah.
I mean, it's fine. Whoop.
Do you think this is going to be your last episode?
Like for good?
No.
Oh. I mean, okay, so like, I guess like until her due date, I don't know. Like maybe it might be just because I'm getting like super uncomfortable and everything, and it is so goddamn hot down here. And my knuckles, you guys. Do your knuckles swell like at night, my little preggy fam, in this god awful heat or wherever the hell you are? And my swearing is getting worse. It's fine, but my knuckles are getting so swollen. It like hurts. Feels like I have RA or something, and my feet are getting swollen. Ooh, that looks bad today. I'm a freaking swollen ass mess.
That's true.
That's what I said. So it might be one of the last ones. We can try to do different, depending on like how everything goes. But we could probably just squeeze one more in. But like I told the peeps out here, I'm definitely coming back.
Oh, well, that's a plan.
I don't know when.
I'm going to make it official.
I have to sign a contract?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to sign a contract?
Yeah, I'm going to sign a contract.
You want to sign a contract?
Well, hell yeah, because then that way, if like you get big, I can't get big without you and be like, bitch.
If?
When we get big.
When we get big.
Okay.
Fuck. Anyway, I'm cut that out. So you think Chase is ready ultimately? You think he's trying to keep it together because he's a manly man and not telling you if he's nervous or not?
He'll tell me if he's nervous. He's like, I get like spurts of nervousness, and he's like, then I just get really excited. And then he's like, then I'm like, oh God. And then he's like, but he's more excited for like, he's really nervous for like the newborn stage, which I totally understand because I'm freaking out too. Mm-hmm. Like the first like couple, I know for the first couple weeks are going to be hard just because one, it's like one day you're here and then the next day it's like, bam, you have a child to take care of. But he's like excited for her to start like when she's like more awake and her eyes are open and like, he's like, I can't wait to like I can't wait to take her camping. Excuse me, I can't wait to take her fishing. I can't wait to do this with her. We're going to take Caroline here. We're going to take her here. We're going to do this. I'm like, slow down. But he's really excited.
I'm so excited for you guys. Is there anything, like that surprised you about your pregnancy?
How amazing it's been?
Yeah, it's been fast.
Literally, it has been so fast. Like, everyone's like, your pregnancy goes by so slow. Like, no, like this pregnancy has flew by. Like, I don't know if it's because I didn't find out for like I was told it was 7 weeks along.
That's pretty like early though.
Like I feel like everyone finds out at like 7 weeks. Like if 7 weeks or later, like that's usually not earlier.
I think I found out at like 2 months, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, both.
Yeah, see, it's just like I was early because my brother was like, "You're not pregnant, are you?" And I'm like, "Well, I have missed 2 periods. I think so."
Well, I think it's probably gone by so fast for the Hard Talks fam because he kept it a secret for so long, bitch.
I was 13 weeks when I told everyone.
Bitch, not on our podcast.
Yeah, I was 13 weeks. Because that weekend I told my mom, but I didn't tell you guys.
You told 27th Hour podcast when we were guests featured on there. And then came back onto our own podcast and told the fam.
I'm glad I did, though, because we caught your facial expression on camera. We have that forever.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, you need to go find that episode, 27th Hour podcast with Junior Hammond, Dre Rocca. It's a goodie. See me almost huck a water bottle at Sarah's face.
Oh my God, her face.
So much for being best friends. I literally think that's what I said on air, too.
And it was amazing.
It was rude.
Her face just was like, what? And I was like, yes.
I'm really glad that your, pregnancy has gone really well. Aside
like,
from
no morning sickness, other than just like but then again, I've already gotten swollen pre-pregnancy before, so I was like, it's just kind of like a catch-22 of like getting swollen this year, and like I said before, my freaking fingers. Yeah. Like my right hand, I think, but too, like doing eyelashes, like I use my right hand a little bit more, and I haven't done as many eyelashes, so I think my hands like want to be carpal tunnel and like getting like early onset like RA, and I'm like, oh my God, my hands hurt, but I'm like, it's just pregnancy, it's fine.
Right. I was gonna ask you something. Oh, I was gonna tell you something.
Tell me.
I just wanted to commend you too, because I feel like you've had such a positive outlook. There may be being that chance of Turner syndrome and everything, and you've gotten through this pregnancy, with so much grace, and you've really grown so much just since you've found out. I mean, you've always been mature.
Oh no, but this is like making me
and
be more like adultish.
I'm just really proud of you and Chase, and I'm really stoked to meet this damn baby already.
She is gonna be so fucking cute. She's
gonna be
idea.
so loved.
Her profile, like in the womb, is so goddamn cute. Like, and I know I'm being biased, but like a lot of like the ultrasound techs will say it too.
Good thing that you chased that some bitch Chase down, huh?
God. If I didn't, who knows where I would be right now.
That Chase for
Not
Chase.
married with kids.
So tell me about your baby showers really quick.
They were good. So I had one for the family. That one was actually really good. A really good turnout. Got a lot of good stuff. Like my mom invited like 2 of her like close friends, and those 2, one of them got me a pop and sit.
What's that?
Yeah. So it's it's like a foldable chair with like a high chair, but it's small. So it's like a pop and sit.
I think I had one of those too, but that was not called that.
So I don't know. It's really cool. It's like in a box and it's like tiny, and I'm like, damn.
They come out with something new every day.
Literally, like the outlet now, like you only had like you didn't have baby monitors, and now you have one that wraps around their foot and it like
monitors their breathing,
heart rate and their breathing.
Yeah.
And then another client, not a client, sorry, my mom's friend got us a bath. So now we have 3.
That was the most common thing I got.
It was cool because like the one we got, it's like plastic and it's like meshy on the inside, like it's like soft on the inside, so it doesn't like fold down like how the one you got, like your mom gave me, from her house. So,
I think
like,
that's
like
one of the 3 or 4 I had that was never open. That was probably in storage.
It probably still won't be open. I'll probably re-gift it to someone because I have my sister-in-law gave me one, but I really like the one I actually got because again, it's like a hard plastic base, and it has like a rubbery where she sits on it, and oh my god, I think it was his gram. I think it was, I'm 92% sure it was his gram that got her a robe. It is the cutest damn robe. It has unicorns on it, and you put the hood on it. It has like little ears.
Yes,
it's the cutest damn thing.
I've already gotten you. So I've already gotten you your present because I was at one of the baby showers.
Yes, that one was really fun too.
Yes, that was really fun. We went swimming.
So we're actually gonna do another one when she's here.
Good.
So like a month after she's here.
Get her big girl clothes. I'll get her bigger. But okay, so to my point.
Not like a baby shower, just like a introducer type thing.
She's here.
Because everyone's like, I want to see that baby. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Like poltergeist. They're here. No, so when I lost the bet, because I was so convinced it was a boy.
But I showed you that ultrasound picture, right?
Yes, you did.
Her vagina
is definitely a vagina.
Because, like, she was not shy at all. She's like,
Spread
world,
eagle.
see me. And I'm like, ooh, sweetie, hold your legs. It was good for the ultrasound, though.
Was it?
Well, yeah, because I got to know.
Yeah, I know.
So I have a feeling that my second child will be a boy.
Yeah.
And he will be late, and I'll be driving somewhere.
Like, shall be predicted?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Or foretold, not predicted. But
because it could change.
Dude.
So I have not put that in the universe.
So we have our Hard Talks t-shirts or merchandise coming.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
Excited.
I'm so excited.
So excited.
But I also may have ordered a little onesie.
Yes.
That says the Hard Talks, babe.
I love that.
I know. And now she's going to be a merchandise model.
Hell yeah.
I'm
get her get her like a big bow.
Yep. Nope. She's going to be on the Hard Talks page.
Yeah, she will.
Probably more than we will be.
Absolutely.
Yay!
She's going to be so fucking cute.
So, and you got this like, how much was it? This $750 car seat.
It was like $650.
Okay.
No. Okay. Literally, all the car seats we looked at, like no matter what they were like $550.
Not cheap.
I shit you not. Because the one we originally wanted was like $400, and then it went on sale for like $200. And the guy was like, honestly, he's like, this is a pretty cheaply made car seat. And we're like, oh, well, shit, we don't want that then.
No, he was probably just upselling you.
No, I mean, but it kind of made sense because like the way it felt, and it was like it was a display one that you had to buy.
So tell me about this Cadillac of car seats.
Dude, I freaking shit you not.
It turns into a stroller, right?
So we have the stroller separate. So it's a stroller and the actual like her infant car seat. So the infant car seat clicks into her stroller. So her stroller is like an like toddler, older one. And Chase loves it because he was sitting there like rolling around. He's like, this one's really nice, babe. I can really roll this one. It's nice. This is not shocks. I'm like, oh my God. I took a toddler to the baby store. Like, good. He was like messing around. I was like,
It's
"Will
good
you stop?"
practice.
It was, and they have like these little bean things that you can take, like bean babies.
Okay.
That like one's like 15 pounds and one's like 22 pounds. You can like put the baby in the car seat and fill it. So this car seat we got is, I think it's called a Britex. So it's Britax. And if you look it up, it is literally the #1 car seat.
Literally.
I shit you not.
We only buy the best for the hard tops, babe.
I didn't know that. But
you didn't look at the price tag and just know?
Well, because like the Graco's are they're like, it's like in the like Graco, and there was another brand that were like up there with it, and Graco's were like $600 too.
That's wild. I guess I was lucky. I had my stroller gifted to me.
So we got a stroller from you too.
You did?
Yeah. Thank you.
Which one?
You're like a jogging one.
Oh, the big one.
Yeah.
That thing is nice, like for camping.
So
it's really good for dirt trails or.
That's the basically that is like what we already have too. So I have 2 of those. I'll just take one to my mom's house and have it at the farm, and so my mom can take her for walks.
That's a good idea.
So I was like, well,
that stroller was actually Grady's initially.
It's a nice stroller.
It's a nice one. But it is big. It is heavy.
Big. Yeah.
I guess that's a perks of my mom moving out. She got rid of all the shit that I didn't even know I still had.
Yeah.
So.
And like that swing you gave me.
I love the swing.
That one is too, like the little elephant in it. It's so cute. I'm like, hand-me-downs galore. I'm like, I'll take them.
I know.
I'll take them all.
They're nice.
Because like, again, I'd rather like, so this Britex car seat for infants, it lasts 7 years, which is really nice. The one we wanted only lasted like 4 or 5. So it lasts 7 years, and it was made in June of this year.
So it converts to everything?
No, so just like, because usually like your car seats expire.
Yes. Yeah. I
know. So I'm like, and we got it in like a heather gray and black. So I'm like, shit, yeah. So we'll have this one. We'll use it for the next baby. And then my sister-in-law actually wants this car seat.
Oh, I
so
bet.
I'm like, well, let's pass it down the family, you know?
No, you'll get it back with the next one.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
I'm like, it's super nice.
That's so nice to have family members with young kids or kids around your age too. My family, as you guys picked up on, is a little unconventional. So it's been a big blessing too, also to have my Aunt Carly, who's only 7 years older than me. So her kids are all actually younger than my kids, which is weird. Yeah, because her oldest is several months younger than my oldest, and then her youngest is a year younger than Elliot.
Oh, so see?
Yeah, I got busy young, so.
Oh, yeah,
So there's nothing that you need really anymore.
No.
Is there anything that you got or something, you really asked for? Because I think we talked about this a little bit. Like something I really wanted was like a diaper genie. That's like a big hot ticket item for baby showers. It's a waste.
But
it's a waste. Let me tell you right now, it's a waste. Don't even.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't. Like,
Same with the baby butt wipe warmers.
I didn't get one of those either.
Yeah,
Totally fine.
And we talked about that with Mikhail too, because it's like,
It's
what
so
if you take them out and you slap a cold one on, and then all of a sudden they're startled? Like,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because so one more thing about the Britex that I have to say, it is actually really cool. So the only bad thing about this car seat is it's heavy.
Okay.
Because they're steel in it.
Isn't it?
It's
is
made
it like
of
in a steel cage? Like,
so the base is like massive. It's because there's steel in it, so that it gets hit, like
it doesn't
do anything.
Yeah. Cool.
So that's the only like downfall, is that it's a little heavy. But I'm like, you know what? It's like
worth it.
Yeah, because I'm like, you're gonna have this, like, I can carry the car seat, and you're gonna have a 7-pound baby in it, and you're gonna like work up. I'm like, I'm gonna get some arm strength out of this.
Oh heck
bitch.
yeah! Oh, I'm strong. I still carry Elliot all around, and he's like 53 pounds.
Exactly.
Ugh, upstairs at 4 a.m. Let me tell you.
But so, and I was talking to another. So my hair girl, she does my extensions. I was talking to her because she had a baby in April, and she goes, get them used to like not having warm milk too. She's like, I looked it up, and she's like, it's not bad. She's like, because like if I'm out, because her significant other, he plays softball, and she's like, when I'm out there, she's like, I tried like having the bottle and the milk and then like trying to warm it up. I'm sitting there like with like warm water and like putting the bottle in it and he's freaking out. And she's like, I didn't have like, it was just too much.
So obviously that's just
She's like, it's not like an ice cold bottle. Like here's like some ice cold milk for you.
formula or
Breast milk.
well, because I mean, like if it's coming straight from the tit, it's obviously going to be warm.
Like it'll be fine. Like because she didn't breastfeed him. But that too, because like I was talking to my sister-in-law and she said you can have breast milk out. I think it's like out like on the counter. I think for 12 hours.
Maybe fact check that, you guys.
I don't think it's like that long, but
maybe fact check
like,
Sarah on
maybe
that
like
one.
5 hours, like
Yeah,
on the counter.
Yeah, let's just leave our breast milk out for 12 hours.
I mean, obviously you're like you're gonna use it. Don't
Right.
just like leave it out to be like, oh, I heard I can leave it out for this. Like obviously, just like if I'm not gonna like pump and then
Right, no,
set it out
I get
for
it.
a
To
minute
what you're
and then-
saying, it might be a waste to get like one of those like formula warmers or like
exactly like it's
like it
it's
doesn't have
okay.
to be
hot, like super warm, because she's like, he's fine, like he'll take a bottle either way. She's like, it was just too hard to try warming it up. Like if you are somewhere, like you go to the zoo, like you're gonna sit there and try warming up a bottle for a screaming baby in your face. If you can't or don't breastfeed, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I always, in those situations, I would literally be that person, be like, do you have hot water? Like at a restaurant or something. But I mean, like, to each their own. You got to do what you gotta
yeah.
do.
So I'm like, whatever works for you. And she's like, she's done. She's like, she tried pumping, but she's like, for my mental health, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, get your damn baby fed. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean.
It's how you feed them.
And a lot of people don't talk about the toll breastfeeding can take on you mentally, physically. It is a lot of work to maintain a breastfeeding schedule, especially if you go back to work.
And they don't take a bottle.
Yeah. And yeah, so I mean, for me too, like I wanted to breastfeed so bad with Elliot, but it really is like in a way you're still pregnant. You know, you have to limit yourself on what you're allowed to eat or drink. And you're still tethered to your child.
Because you don't want to like dry your breast milk up too fast.
Right. And you know what I mean? Like it's like you're still attached because you can't go too far.
They are
and
attached.
you could be in the grocery store and hear another baby cry and all of a sudden your milk lets down. Yeah. It's
because like your body just like it's only like for like I think the first couple months that does it, and then your body just gets used to your baby's cry. But yes, you can leak when someone else does cry.
You got boogers? Go get a tissue. I see it flapping. You have your hospital bag packed, Sarah?
Nope.
You know what you're going to put in this hospital bag?
So,
I think what I packed in my hospital bag was just, a lot of my own self-care stuff. Stuff for showering, loose clothing.
Yeah.
Some granny panties, or they have the like netting panties that
with a diaper.
They're nicer. Like you can buy your own, but they're similar to the ones that they give you in the hospital. They're to keep that pad up there, which is a diaper. It extends from the top of your pubic area to the top of your ass crack.
Too, like you haven't had a period in 9 months.
Well, and then you just had shredded your insides.
You had a baby, but like too, like you're giving 2 births, and so like everything in there, like that's been stuck up, and it has to come out.
Yeah, including your placenta.
That's what I'm saying. 2 births.
There's an afterbirth. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
And that's something that I didn't expect going into my first.
I didn't know that until you said something like a couple episodes ago. To be 100% honest.
Well, and prepare yourself too, because pretty frequently, they have to come in and press really hard on your stomach
to get everything out.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. So that's uncomfortable. But so a couple onesies. What's your
just because I don't know like how long we'll like depending like I want to be prepared for how we're gonna be there. But so my sister-in-law got me this Itsy Ritzy diaper bag, and she put a ton of shit in it. Mm-hmm. So she filled this like any pocket it had, it's full of shit, right?
That's kind of funny you mentioned that. That's where I got the idea to share what you would put in your hospital bag. It was from Chelsea DeBoer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has the Itsy Ritzy.
Yeah.
So, And like my sister-in-law, she's training to be a labor and delivery nurse. So I'm like, come help me with this.
Yeah.
Because I just like want to be prepared. And if I have to, like someone can like go home. Like we're going to do Ogden and we're like literally like maybe 7 minutes away from the hospital. So if like, we have to get something, it's like not a big deal. But so I want to pack a couple receiving blankets, you know, a couple onesies because she's a newborn. She's going to shit and puke everywhere. It's not going to be glorious. I'm going to try to be, but you know, whatever. And then in mine, I'm going to go to Target with my mom and I want to get a couple just like nightgowns, like nursing nightgowns that like snap, that are comfortable.
Yeah, get some nursing bras,
and I only have one nursing bra, but I think it's like too tight.
You know what else I would recommend that a lot of people don't think about? Get nipple cream.
Oh, I have.
Good. Because nipples do crack and bleed.
Someone gave me nipple cream, and do you know how many butt creams I have?
Oh, they'll last you for the first year that she's alive.
Because I have 4 bottles of butt cream.
Yeah.
But someone did get me nipple cream, so I'm like, thank God.
Yeah. I mean, and some women, you know, they won't know until you're actually with a lactation consultant, but some women need nipple shields if they have inverted nipples. But I would definitely recommend bringing that cream because
so talking about inverted nipples, Chase, he's like, babe, I can grab onto something now. There's something to grab onto.
Oh, so you do have inverted nipples?
No, I have. They're like out. They're like.
Well, I know, but like previous to your pregnancy,
they weren't like as
perky
as they are now.
Yeah, yeah.
They're pretty damn perky.
They like get bigger.
Oh my God, they're nipples. Like my nipples huge. Like my areola's massive and dark, but like my actual like nipples like sticks out like that far.
Well, and the pigment changes so that they could like
the babies can see it.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
But, like it's like
so
dark
crazy.
Everywhere. Like it feels like I have like a bruise. Like looks like I have a bruise on the side. So I'm like, why is it so? Everything gets dark. Even Chase was like saying my downstairs is dark. My armpits are dark. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, why is everything so dark?
My downstairs
swollen.
is dark.
Oh my God,
it's swollen? Dark downstairs, darling.
It is. And freaking swollen, people.
Oh.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, why is it swollen? Why can I feel it?
Maybe that's why it feels so good.
I mean, well, it felt good like when we like first found out too. Like 10 weeks. I was like, oh my God. Maybe the soreness helps. I'm like, am I tighter?
Turn into a rabbit, man. Just fuck your brains out.
I'm gonna have to.
You have all this time off before, right? You're done working now? You're on maternity leave officially?
So I actually have like 2 people tomorrow.
That's it, though?
That's it.
Dude, you're on vacation.
And then next week I have like my mom and like my aunt.
No, I can't do it. I've been without lashes for a couple weeks, and I've been doing so good, but every time I look in the mirror, I shudder a little bit. I look like a thumb.
You look like a naked mole rat?
I look like a nude. Yeah. Anyways, I forgot what lashes could do for a girl because I've had them for so long. But anyway, we're not here to talk about me today.
We love it.
Yeah. Just fuck to your heart's content, and I guarantee she'll come early. So here's my guess, fam. If you are following us in our stories on Instagram and Facebook, go on there and shoot us your guesstimate on
you
the
can
due
even
date.
do like date and time because there's gonna be a lot of people that have like the same date.
Yeah, so send us
do like a date and a time, so that way we can like better gauge like who's closer to the time. Because then like if there's so many dates out there, then it's kind of like a wild draw.
If you're following and subscribe to our Instagram and Facebook, and you make a guess with a date and time, you will be entered in for a chance to win a free Hard Talks t-shirt. And let me tell you, they're fabulous.
I'm so excited.
Perfectly handcrafted.
I can't wait for that onesie.
And designed by yours truly, your trippy hippie. I'm very proud of them. And we have stickers coming.
Dude, I'm gonna put on my Hydro Flask.
Oh,
look, I even have space.
Fucking stickers. Good, because it's a big one.
How big is it? God.
It's like a business card size.
Oh, that's fine. I can put it right here.
It's a rectangular.
Cover
that dent there.
Yeah, also This Hydro Flask has been through a lot.
I've never had one of those.
Dude, it's freaking amazing.
Well, I have, but I never got the hype, like, because people like treat those as an accessory, these Hydro Flasks. Almost.
Yeah, I carry this thing everywhere with me. Have you not noticed?
And my sister too. She has like 7 of them.
Oh yeah,
every color.
I want to get like a skinnier one in yellow.
Yep, that's
like a pale yellow.
She has that one, but like every single one has a cute little sticker on it or a collage of stickers on it, and
that's the whole reason people probably get them. But you can get different colored tops. It's like my sister-in-law.
Those are expensive, huh?
These aren't. But like, yeah, like I've had this for 3 years now. Look at that dent. Like this thing has been through some shit, but it is like literally, you can hear the ice. I filled it up this morning, and there's still ice. There's ones you can get like
Christmas isn't too far away.
I know. Mm-hmm. You can get different colored tops. Like my sister-in-law had a green one, and she had pink on it, so it was like a watermelon.
Dude. So the company that I went through to help source our merchandise,
Hydro Flasks?
They have flasks. They're not Hydro Flasks, but we could potentially do that if we had enough people interested in them.
Let us know.
But I was reminded because they do have like coffee mugs.
Yeah.
And koozies, like we talked about, that you could print on. But I really like the coffee mugs that they had because I was like, I'd like to be at work sipping from my Hard Talks mug.
Who really uses a koozie nowadays?
Well, me.
I mean, I know.
Well,
like,
I did.
See, like, there's just like a lot of people I have like 4 of them, but I'm like, I'm like, damn it, where's my koozie?
I know.
I just don't have I'd rather I have my Hydro.
They need to be like attached to something else.
Literally,
so.
it is so hot in here.
Okay. Before I wrap this up,
one more.
Any questions that you might ask? Any questions you might want to ask, like going into it that something you might still be unsure about, or
I'm really worried about the epidural, but I'm getting one.
Yeah,
and I'm a little nervous about being induced too.
You'll be fine.
But like then again, I could just I'm ready.
So they induced me, and it was all like epic. I was even bouncing on a yoga ball on my.
I want to get one of those and do that late, like.
But as soon as they come in and break your water,
if it doesn't break on,
it doesn't break on your own, they will come in with, and it looks like a crochet needle, and they literally shove it up there and hook it. And that's when the contractions really, 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 really start.
Oh, I told them, I'm like, put the Pitocin in and put the epidural in all at the same time.
Well, yeah, and you're welcome to walk around and, like, even get in the bath or shower, which I really dug. But if, it's a speedy labor, then they come in, they're like, hey, man, like, if you want an epidural, like, you need to decide, because as soon as they give you that epidural, you're bedridden. So
yeah, that's true.
That was the only downside, because I really like the freedom of being able to get up and walk around. Elliot's singing. What's the first thing you'll drink after, or eat after?
I don't know about food because it changes on a daily, but I probably will have someone bring me a mini bottle of some sort. Because Chase had saw this TikTok of her and her husband taking shots together in the bed. So that might be an option. Taking a little mini bottle shot of some shit.
I'll come visit you if you're allowed to have visitors, and I'll bring you a little congratulatory bottle of something.
Yeah. Yeah, we should do that and take a picture for the Hard Talk. We'll have Babe. In her cute
I'll bring the sign.
Bring the sign. We'll have Hard Talks, Babe. Have her hair in her little me in the hospital. We'll taking a shot.
I'm already crying.
Cry. It'll be fun.
So here's my guess.
Yeah, you didn't say that.
To go towards the pole. Sorry, I got distracted. Elliot, whatnot. Life's hard sometimes, guys. I'm guessing, 38 weeks. How much does she weigh now?
So, when we went, she was like 6'11". But
okay.
Last time she was 6'7". In the past 2 weeks before that, she was like 6'5".
Okay.
So
I'm gonna guess.
The OB said he measures her a little bit bigger too. So
I'm gonna guess if she does not come when you're induced, I'm going to guess that she comes on the 7th at 7:17.
Perfect. You write that
p.m.
down. So the 7th, you have to write that down.
7th at 7:17. If you weren't being induced, I would say she'd come later.
Like what day?
Just because you want the 13th so bad, she'd probably come on the 15th.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But I think because I want that 13th so bad, she'd probably come early. But everyone's like, you're going to come early. So I don't know.
So the 7th at 7:17. This pen doesn't work.
Oh, I don't have another one.
But
Sorry.
that's okay. And I'm going to guess that she's 7 pounds and 4 ounces.
Oh, yeah, that pen does that. 7 pounds, 4 ounces. Okay.
Yep. What's your guess?
I want her on the 13th, but I'm like, knowing her, she'd probably come literally on the 12th at 11:59.
11:11.
11:11 or 11:59 because I want on the 13th so bad. And I think she'll be about like 7, like 5. Chase was 7'4". He was 3 weeks early. I was 3 weeks early, and I was 7'7".
Okay, so you guess she's going to come on
8:12
12.
at 11:59 because I want her on the 13th.
And she's going to be 7 pounds, 5 ounces.
Yeah, 7'5". We'll
Chase have a guess?
I can ask him.
No, you don't have to. Oh, dude, I can't believe it's happening so soon. It's amazing. Before we wrap it up, I wanted to give my well wishes to Miss May. I already kind of did, but again, she's going to come into this world not knowing what hit her. She's going to have so much love and support, and I just wish you and Chase nothing but the best on this adventure.
We're excitedly nervous.
So stoked and humbled to be a part of it. It's an epic journey you're on, and it's just starting, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You ready? Mm-hmm. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
It's going to be so fun.
Oh, if we do hear from you on another episode before the baby is
Who knows
born,
when she'll friggin' be here.
that'll be great. If not, we will see you after maternity leave.
Love you guys. Don't forget about me.
How could they? You're their favorite blonde.
I am your favorite blonde.
You are the favorite
with
blonde.
the best Hard Talks baby.
Yeah. Well, we haven't met her yet, but I think we can already tell you.
I hope so. Oh, God. Oh.
All that being said, I love you.
I love you.
You're beautiful.
You're amazing.
Little mamas.
I know. I'm like waiting for her to like stick out more.
What? She's dropped a lot.
Oh, yeah. She's like literally in my lap now.
I know.
Because I was like telling Chase the other day, I'm like, I can, like, when I'm sitting here, I can feel her in my lap. And I'm like, I'm not like poking out yet, but she is so low.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, then again, her head is literally on my bladder.
She's just testing your patience before she's even her side.
I'm like, I told my mom, I'm like, she's already halfway down the birth canal. It's fine. She's like, I hope she doesn't have a cone head.
God.
I'm like, oh, I know she's gonna have a cone head because she's already literally halfway down the birth canal.
I had a cone head. Like my dad literally.
Like every baby does.
My dad literally was like that dad that was freaking out. He's like, "What's wrong with her head? What's wrong with her head?" And he's like, "Your head was like moving. They laid you down because you were pooping." Pooping all over as soon as he came out. He's like, I literally filled like 4 diapers as a newborn.
See? And that's why we gotta have extra onesies.
Right, but they laid me down and I guess my head was literally like moving. The nurse finally turned around and she's like, "Shut up, come change your diaper. She's fine." They don't care. That's their job.
They manhandle these babies.
They really
it freaks
do.
you out.
The babies are so durable though. We don't give them enough credit.
I mean, they are pretty squishy.
I know. But, you know, all that being said, fam, we hope you enjoyed this episode. We hope that Sarah is going to be back sooner rather than later. But, you know, as she's enjoying this time with her baby, watch, you're going to be back next week. But if not, as she's enjoying this time for the baby, you know, the same production, we're going to be killing it. Make sure you are following us on Facebook and Instagram at Hard Talks with B&H and Twitter at Hard Talks with B1. Make sure I'll be posting that poll, I think, every day until she comes. So make sure you jump onto our Instagram or Facebook and be a part of it if you want to earn that free t-shirt. Never before seen.
You wouldn't want to see the cutest damn baby ever.
Yeah, for reals.
Watch her be ugly.
Right. And once she's born, we will announce the winner who's closest to the date and time that she's born. So that'll be fun. It'll be a chance to connect with you guys even more.
I Love it.
Because it's our favorite part.
So excited.
Definitely, if you want to email into the show, ask us any questions, give us topic ideas, whatever, email into hardtalkswithbnh@gmail.com. But until then, oh yeah, if you want to hop onto Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star rating and a quick written review.
Say la vie.
Say la vie. Say that.
I mean, say whatever you want. We want to hear it.
Yeah, definitely. Enjoy your week. Be safe. Be
We love
kind.
you.
Don't do anything we wouldn't do.
Put your feet up in the seat 'cause it's hot.
Or Sarah does anal.
I know I told Chase I told you that, and he goes, she hasn't. I was like, no. He's like, the hell?
That is one thing we will talk about on a bonus episode, but you gotta get on to Patreon.
Absolutely. And who wouldn't want to hear this voice talking about my sex books?
Yep.
You want me to hear me talk about, what goes on?
New bonus content is headed your way, you guys. So keep your eyes peeled. Watch our social media. You will see updates. But until then, enjoy your week. Be kind. Be lovely.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Hard talk about them.
Yay!